We all know dopamine. We want it, we love it, especially when we're having it. It feels amazing. But did you know that too much dopamine actually might be harming you? For a lot of us, we don't know. We don't think that what we're doing is dopamine. When you find things that you enjoy, whether it's video games, social media, YouTube, Netflix, finding anything that distracts you, that kind of makes you feel, it's a weird sense of comfortability in the moment. But then after a while, you kind of feel like you don't feel, you feel sluggish, you feel unproductive, you feel bad about yourself. And that is the adverse effects of too much dopamine. And this video that we're about to watch is going to give us an in look into what too much dopamine looks like and how we can combat it.
Here's why you should do a 7-day dopamine detox. It's the same reason people go on a food detox to reset their metabolism, their digestive system, and just to cleanse everything within. And so a dopamine detox is the exact same thing, but for your brain, to reset your brain and to re-regulate your brain. So here's what I want you to do for the next 7 days. Number one, limit your screen time. I want you to go into your settings, go into your screen time, and set a limit for 1 hour a day. Number two, avoid junk food and avoid snacking. For the next 7 days, I want you to have 2 to 3 meals every single day. Each meal having one protein source, one carb source, and one vegetable source. Number three, eliminate corn. Stopping and watching corn is one of the prime examples of what dopamine does. In the moment, it feels good, you're getting a high, you're so invested in whatever it is you're doing, and as soon as you're done, boom, it's a crash. And number four is to engage in low dopamine activity. This includes meditation, reading books, going out in nature, working out. Make sure to save and try this.
No, that video was really great. First and foremost, I am a big proponent of dopamine detoxes, finding different ways where we can kind of disengage. We all know we're in a day and age where everybody likes to be distracted. We're distracting ourselves in so many different ways, whether it's through social media, through all the limitless amounts of media we can consume, through Netflix, every streaming channel known to man. We're on our phones for everything, especially the corn aspect. For a lot of us, man, we have to give that up. That is absolutely killing you, because at that point now, it's only giving you a cheap sense of fulfillment. And from eating too much, like I said, trust me, and I'm a foodie. I love food. I love eating. I love sweets. I love cookies. Everybody knows that that is my kryptonite. But I know that too much of a good thing is a bad thing, and too much of anything is a bad thing. So that's why I think dopamine detox comes into play, because it's practical. And for a lot of us, we don't know we're addicted to dopamine. We just think it's natural. We just think it's us just enjoying life and just being regular humans. And until you start realizing how unproductive, how sluggish, how bad you feel over time. And let's start off with just eating. I live in Houston, where food is good, food is seasoned, food is amazing. But eating out too much and all the added preservatives that they put in the food, we know the term big back activities. You're gonna have an extended back. Your energy levels are gonna be down. Your pockets are gonna be drained, and your stomach is gonna be enlarged. And for me, that was me last year. I was eating out every time I could. I didn't like my job. I was going to Chipotle. I was going to Chick-fil-A. I was eating everything that I thought was quote unquote kind of healthy, but it really wasn't healthy. You go into the convenience store, you think you're eating a protein bar, but it has like 400, 500 calories, and you eat 2, 3 of them because they taste good. And now you're wondering why you haven't lost any weight. So, dopamine detox. Instead of eating out, either pack your lunch when you're going to work, or don't eat out. I always say this: never leave your house hungry, first and foremost, because you'll stop making bad food decisions if you're not hungry. Have you ever noticed that anytime you really want to eat out is when you kind of leave the house, you haven't eaten yet, it's like 3 in the afternoon, and man, Chick-fil-A sounds so good, or McDonald's even worse, sounds even better, So those moments of weakness can be counteracted if we A, don't leave the house hungry, or B, bring our own food to kind of keep us accountable while we're at the workplace. Because yeah, I know sometimes the office wants to go out to eat lunch together, and you don't want to be the Debbie Downer and tell somebody, hey, I actually brought my lunch, so I won't be eating out. Or when you do go out, because it is a office mandatory thing, ordering the healthy option, which is a plate full of protein, some good healthy carbs, and some green leafy greens. And for a lot of us, that's not always the best tasting thing on the menu, because everything is so seasoned. But it's all about discipline. What do you want the most instead of what do you want now? with this dopamine detox, it's causing our sensors, our brain sensors, not to choose the most best tasting thing, but the most healthiest thing for us right then. So, and then just like I said, just eating home as much as possible. You're gonna save a lot of money. You're gonna save a lot of heartache, and you're gonna, because most of the time you can make whatever you eat out at home, but it's just the convenience of the DoorDash. Like, delete the apps, delete the Uber Eats, delete the Postmates, delete the DoorDash, delete all that, and just cook everything you have at home. Second, let's take time away from social media. Social media is good and bad. Bad because we're constantly on it, watching highlights of other people's lives, and we're subconsciously comparing ourselves to them. We're watching what other people, they went on that trip, or they just bought this new car, or they're at the club, and you're just like, man, what am I doing with my life? Am I missing out? Then FOMO starts hitting crazy, and now you're looking at yourself like you're missing out. Newsflash, it's not real. Social media is not real. I commend you if you're making money on social media, and that's a completely different situation because you're using it as a financial means for yourself, and it's a business strategy. For 95% of people, I want to say, do not use social media to make money. You're on there to doom scroll. You're on there to waste time. You're on there just to not worry about your responsibilities, to get a good laugh. Trust me, TikTok is addicting. Like, I remember one day, this is how I knew I had to delete TikTok. I remember one day getting out the shower, and somebody sent me a TikTok, and I watched the video, and I made the most crucial mistake that we all can make when we're on TikTok. I swiped up, and when I swiped up, it gave me another video that was funny, and I laughed, and then I saw the hashtags, and I clicked on the hashtag, and I swiped up, and after a while, I found myself in a rabbit hole. 40 minutes later, my body's completely ashy, sitting in my bathrobe. Like, where did my time go? You don't notice how fast and how quick time moves when you're not paying attention. So taking time away from social media, especially before bed, is going to be the best thing for you because, yeah, you want to get your time to sleep, but you wonder why you can't sleep because you're watching TikTok in front of your phone 2 hours into your bedtime. And now you wake up, it's 1 o'clock in the morning, you got to be up by 5 a.m. to get ready for work. And now you wonder why you're so tired in the morning. So taking some time to limit the social media aspect, limit your screen time in general. It just allows you to use your time more efficiently and stop wasting the time and on dead time, because that's what it is. When you doom scroll, it's all dead time. Nothing productive is happening. You're not gaining anything from it. Most of the time when you watch on social media, 20 minutes later, you couldn't tell me even what you saw because it's just you doom scrolling for your pleasure. So let's just cut it out for a time being so you can use that time to be more productive. And the biggest one of them all is the corn for my fellas and ladies out there who struggle with it. We're using that as a cheap means of comfortability, of comfort, of connection with something that is A, fake, 2, disgusting, and 3, it just hurts you more. You feel disgusted after it's all said and done. Because in the moment you're so encompassed with what's going on, you're loving it. You know, time stops, you're not hungry, you don't need to use the restroom, and you find yourself for hours trying to find the videos that only stroke your ego, only make you feel worse. And it gets to the point where afterwards you feel bad. I think corn is the only thing that in the moment makes you feel so good about yourself. Makes you feel so invested in what you're actually watching. And then as soon as that post-nut clarity hits, you feel like the worst person ever. You look at yourself in total disgust. And for my fellas out there who are trapped in that struggle, for my fellas out here who are trapped in that cycle, there's a vicious cycle. I'm telling you, you have to cut it out. Find an accountability partner. Find somebody who you can lean on, because that moment when you find yourself going through the motions, when you find yourself just in the space where you just can't give it up, is where you're lost. And those dopamine receptors, what makes corn so bad is because it fries your dopamine receptors. You need to watch, each time you watch, you're always trying to find something to one up what you watched before, to continuously keep going. And it takes you, it doesn't even bring you back to baseline when you're done. It brings you underneath baseline. So that's why you're depressed. Well, that's why you don't feel good. That's why you feel ashamed. That's why you feel disgusted about yourself. I'm telling you, it's terrible. We need to, that is a dopamine detox you need to do for life, because it's not fulfilling. It is not true connection, and it's not real. It's not what you need. Dopamine detox, finding different ways to get you that slow earned dopamine is going to be huge for you. Like you said, reading a book. Like you said, going to get a workout, meditating, praying, spending some time with actual real people, connecting with good people, who friends, family, serving in your community, volunteering, finding different ways that you can use your time that are going to bring you true and joy and peace and fulfillment inside you, instead of finding things to distract you, to disgust you, to make you feel better than you actually are in the moment. Those are the things that are hurting you. Discipline is choosing what you want most instead of what you want right now. And for a lot of us, we want so many things, but we want to feel comfortable. We want to feel complacent. We want to just feel okay. We just kind of want to just be there. You know what? In football terms, we want to be jersey wearers. We want to be a part of the team, but we don't want to do everything it takes to be a star, a player on the team. You just want to wear the jersey. Those are the worst players, because you don't contribute a lot to the team. You're not contributing anything, but you're wearing the jersey. You get to see you're a part of it. I want you to take off the fake jersey and put on a real game jersey. Get dirty. Get in the game. Stop letting life pass you by. Stop sitting on the sidelines of life and just being happy to just be there. And for a lot of us, we're just happy to be here. We're just in cruise control. I want you to take hold of that steering wheel, and I want you to drive. I want you to get in the driver's seat, and I want you to take control of your life. Working out, finding different ways to build yourself up that does not show you instant gratification. Instant gratification is going to be what kills you. And for a lot of us, we're okay with that because we think it's like, it is what it is. We've been beat up so much in life. You just gotta get to the point of, I just want to make it through the day. I just want to make it through the week. I just want to be okay. I just want to have enough. I just want to have enough. That's such a hard place to be in, because you don't see anything better. You just feel like, I've always known this. It's done me well. It ain't done me dirty. It ain't hurt me hard enough. But I'm telling you, there's so much more to life. When you stop letting life distract you, when you stop letting it just be comfortable to you, and you show up. If this video helps you, or helps anybody you know who is in a vicious cycle of dopamine, send it to them. Like, share, and subscribe. We're going to go on this journey together.